Welcome to Reel45 with Stefan and Greg Hancock. We vibe out and have real talk, so tune in and check this out. Yeah, today is a new day. Let's seize it now and get hype. We talking about our careers, our family, and just life. Yeah, share my story with you. Inspiration like every day. Reel45, we gon' keep it live. I keep episodes on replay. Ayy, Reel45, yeah, Reel45. Show them how we do it, man. Yeah.
We're sitting just across the street from the arrivals hall at the Warsaw Airport. Stefan, you and I just got back from a crazy 36, 48, whatever, however, who's counting the hours, but it was short.
I have no idea.
So we had a really cool trip with our new friends from Renaissance Airport and Lot Polish Airlines. Did a cool little flight review. We kind of did a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
And
as much as we could in those hours.
That's right. Huh? And had you ever been to New York before?
I never been to New York before, so that was
What about
my
New
first
Jersey?
time. No, not that either. But it was awesome.
Really awesome.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to do so much more, but what can you pile into, a few hours in the day, and we made the most of it. We've elaborated in a couple of other of our podcast stuff things, and now we're recapping because we just landed from Warsaw. I mean from New York. That's the word I was looking for, New York.
Yeah.
And we walked out of the airport because we have like 5 hours to kill before our return flight to Sweden from here. So our journey has finished for what we did with this trip to U.S. And then we walked out of the airport, and I noticed that this new Renaissance Hotel, which they've been working on, as I understand it now, it's at least 7 years, or about 7 years. And we walked out, and it was open. I was here like 3 weeks ago, and it wasn't open. And I've kind of been excited, waiting for this. I spent a lot of time in Warsaw.
Oh, you do?
I travel a little bit.
A bit? Yeah, I heard that.
So, yeah, what did we said? Let's go over and kill some time check out the new hotel.
Yeah, we wanted a coffee.
Pretty much,
Yeah,
right? And just kind of,
and opened the doors.
yeah,
I got blown away. It's really nice in here.
really nice. And you can really feel the difference in culture from a Scandinavian perspective to a Polish perspective to, it's really hard to say in one way.
Yeah, it's easy to just feel like you can relax in this cozy. It's a great environment.
Super great.
Yeah.
So when we walked in,
We met this guy.
probably,
Cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
one of the coolest guys that you could meet in a hotel. Obviously, it's a new hotel. They're being very hospitable and welcoming in you and all that. But this particular individual, who we are pretty excited or honored that he gave us a few minutes of his time right now. His name's Patrick, and he works in the Renaissance Hotel here. Patrick, welcome to our Reel45 podcast.
Hello, welcome to everybody.
You mentioned this is, you're familiar with Speedway. You know what we do, and I didn't realize that you said that you had recognized I was the Speedway guy, and we walked in and we asked you a few questions, or I didn't even think it was that. You asked us, can you help with anything? And we said, we're doing a podcast. We want to sit in the corner here. Is that okay? And you pretty much just walked us in, sat us down, and made us feel so welcome, and at the same time became the most ultimate spokesperson for the Renaissance Hotel or hotel chain.
probably, yeah. It was awesome.
You just said, for us, we have to talk to this guy. We got to get him on the podcast because you sold us on the whole environment. I mean, I'm going to be back here for sure, but how do I even start this? I mean, you seem like a really interesting guy. We've only met you for a few minutes, and
How long have you been working in hotels or with a service job?
Well, first of all, I was my service as a bartender. I've started at the restaurants in the center of Warsaw. I was working there for I think 2 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I've saw the
Ad?
opportunity to work here at the Renaissance Hotel. So they employed me, and I'm working here for 3 months right now.
Okay.
So I just came here. I was in the hotel when it wasn't ready, and I saw everything, and I saw this vision how it's gonna look, how it's gonna look over here, with the guests, with everything which you can find in the hotel, right?
Sure.
I have took the chance, and I'm here, right? And I'm trying to do my best.
And what is your job title right now? What do you do in the hotel?
I'm a bartender. Usually I'm a bartender, but we have here the kind of a thing that we are bartenders and also waitress. So
Gotcha.
so it's like 2 in 1 for the bar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the thing that really attracted us here is, like I said, you were such a great spokesperson. You're a credit to this hotel for sure. And you pretty much in a few minutes told us so much about the hotel and what it's all about. Can you tell me a little bit more? I mean,
Yeah.
the reason why is because I've stayed at the hotel next door, which is a part of your chain, I believe. So,
Yeah, it
and
is.
I've been there many times, and it got to the point where when you go to one place too many times, you need some sort of change just to keep your interest or keep your motivation. This place is incredible.
Well, I think in this hotel Renaissance you can find the things that you cannot find in Poland, right? And I think in the other hotels in the world, because every Renaissance is unique. It has this unique design and unique things you can find. It's in our hotel we try to have the closer look for the guests to the Polish dishes, to the Polish culture and history, and that's why we choose. We have books all across the hotel, almost every floor. We have lots of books. We have the hotel that is designed by the years of 30 and 60 at the Polish culture. So something like that. We have the restaurant that is called Challenge 42, and it's the kind of a thing that this name was given by 2 pilots that were starting at the 1932 at the tournament, some kind of a plane tournament. So they flew through the Europe, and they've won it. And the name was Żwirko and Figura.
Really?
And
From
this
1932?
street,
Yeah.
this street is that we are on the hotel. It's also named by Żwirki and Figura. And this is the first number of that street, and it ends at the statue of them.
Really?
Yeah, so it's kind of we have to choose that name because of the history and because of the place that we are in.
That says a lot. I mean,
Yeah, we have the bar that is called Engine, and it's a play of words, right? Because engine like in the plane, because we are at the airport, and it's also the engine because of the gen, right?
for sure.
Yeah, so it's
Absolutely.
kind of play of words. Well, what we have here more? We have the club lounge that is, I think, one of the unique because it's at the 7th floor, and you have the vision. You can see through the windows at the airports when you see the planes landed on the field, right?
You see that on the runways.
On the runways, right? So you see them. There's this beautiful view for all the horizon that you can see. Well, other
And
things.
that's on the 7th floor.
Yeah, that's on the
So
7th
that's
floor. Yeah, we got the fitness, we got the gym, we got the swimming pool. I think it's kind of a really nice. The swimming pool for this hotel is quite big.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
kidding.
so-
Is there like a spa too for massage?
Yeah.
Can you put
We
massage and all
got
that stuff too?
two kinds of spa.
Right. Oh,
over here.
okay.
And I will back a little bit to the kitchen because there is a chef that's called Andrzej Brick, and he's one of the most famous chefs in I think in Poland.
Okay.
So his dishes are really, really great. Everything what he makes.
That is cool. So
Does he also have restaurants around Poland too, or is he?
No.
Nothing like that?
No.
You're always
He-
curious because you find different parts of where we've been. They'll have a chef working at a certain chain of hotels, whatever, that has their own.
No. He works only here. I think it's the better one because
Yeah, sure.
his menu you can find only here.
Yeah,
Right?
great, super cool. The now you can hear why we're interviewing Patrick, because everything he just said now and a whole lot more that he told us about makes you want to go see more. We're going to do a full tour of the hotel after we're done talking with him, because he's been pretty vocal about you have to see this and you have to see that. So now we're kind of intrigued in such a way that this whole podcast the idea came just because of his introduction.
yeah, and now I'm getting curious. If you landing here, you're quite tired, and just walks over here and finds Patrick in the bar. If I just asked you for a drink, what would you suggest?
If you are tired,
Yeah, there you go.
If you are tired, I think.
Don't think about the hat that I'm wearing, okay?
Yeah. Okay. I think if you are tired, I prefer you to sleep at the hotel and then come
Oh,
to me at the
was a
morning
great
and
idea.
then drink. Right? So I think that's my suggestion. But maybe a little
When
bit
I wake up, then?
of a vodka to
Sure.
easier to easy to sleep. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
What is your favorite drink then?
Well, I'm a kind of a lemon kind of a flavor, so I like the whiskey sour.
Whiskey sour.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a good combine. But I'm never selling, because when you're a bartender and your friends know you are a bartender, everyone asks you, okay, show me a recipe for a good drink. I mean, but what is good drink, right? Because
Yeah.
everyone has a unique flavor,
Yeah,
and everyone likes something else. So it's kind of finding this secret.
gotcha.
That's the bartender. I think that's the bartender's first thing that they have to do, to find that
You gotta-
the
you
secret.
gotta-
Yeah.
So yeah, you're like a therapist in that
Uh,
point too. You
I'm
gotta
going to
look
tell
at
you
the
a funny
person.
thing, because a couple of days ago I have a group sitting in my bar, and it was 3 ladies and 3 men, and then I've come to them to take the order, and the woman said something like this: "You bartenders always know what I want, so what I want." And I look at her in the eyes and say, "You want white wine?" Yeah, I want white wine.
Yeah.
You should get white wine. So it's kind of a funny thing, but this is all the kind of it has to be a bartender you have to know, right?
Yeah, for sure. And hopefully at any point you just, judging by her whole approach, you're like, yeah, she's white wine. She's gonna say yes. She can't
That's
say no,
her,
right? Yeah. I like this guy. So, how long have you guys been open here now? This is very fresh, right?
Yeah. We are open only 1 week.
Uh-huh.
So we opened out that Monday last week, and we are still learning everything, because we are new hotel, we have the new guests and everything. So we have to take our chances and do everything what we can
Sure.
at the best, right?
How many rooms is there? How big is the hotel?
It's 225 rooms, and with the 11 apartments that we have here.
11 apartments too.
11.
Okay.
Yeah.
11 apartments.
They are all at 7th floor, right?
All the apartments are actually on every floor.
Every floor.
Yeah, but the biggest and apartment which has like the best view, it's on the 7th floor. So we have like 11 of them. Yeah.
That's cool.
Gotcha. We've also got Sonia here, who's technically is the guest experience manager and feels like customer relations and probably PR and everything. So she's also given us a few words of wisdom, which is fantastic, and learning about the hotel. So we've just met you. Thanks for helping us out here.
Pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you guys here, and actually it's a very heartwarming fact that people are very interested in the hotel because it's a new place in Warsaw. It's actually the first Renaissance Hotel in Poland, so that's a big wow. Yeah.
Oh.
This is the first big opening of this hotel because we didn't have it in Poland before. So that's why we are so excited. We are in the Marriott family. It's Renaissance Warsaw Airport. It's the Renaissance brand. It's actually one of the Marriott's brand. So
Okay.
not
Yeah.
many people knows that, but we want to aware that that Renaissance is a Marriott family. Yeah.
I just checked that myself because I was curious. Obviously, I'm with Marriott too in the rewards group, so I was curious that so this is part of that as well.
Yeah.
So you guys, literally the first Renaissance in all of Poland, and you guys are
Yeah.
right across the street. I mean, you're like, you can't even call that a stone throw because it's, even me and my bad shoulders, I could hit the airport from here, but it's.
Yeah, we are just a few steps. This is one of our biggest advantage that we are just a few steps away from.
We have 64 steps.
Yeah,
from the
exactly.
entrance.
64
Yeah,
steps.
somebody measure it. Yeah, it's 64 steps.
Yeah.
Isn't he rad?
Yeah. Is there anything you can't about this hotel?
Yeah,
Good
there
head
is.
for numbers.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're like Rain Man.
No.
no, just kidding.
Yeah, that's the thing in the Renaissance. We are hiring actually people who has passion, and they really, and you can tell it straight away. You are the best example of it. That we have our people who are really good trained, and they really have a passion for what they are doing. So all of our staff is you can learn from them their own unique experience. They can explore you to the Warsaw. We have great navigators. It's a new way of concierge. Those are the people who are able to tell you new things about the place that you are in, especially in Warsaw right now because we are here. And some places that you will experience local cuisine, local craft, local places that you will bring it with you home, and you can explore it with your friends and family. And you can, it's not just the museums, it's just the ordinary things that we have to, of course, explore, but some other places who are, you are seeking new, fresh air, fresh breath of air, something local that you can always remind that those things are just in Poland and just in Warsaw, and that's why I want to come back here to explore it more.
Okay, I think I'm done.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's good when you say it because I don't remember everything and you just tell everything what I want to say for the hotel, right? Because it's I think it's and this was that you said it's all about
Discovery and the
local things
local things that we want you to meet because this
Right.
is something unique in our culture and our history that you can learn from us.
We have just some kind in our heads that our guests are usually the guests that just come here for the night, right? Because we are close to the airport, so we don't have this kind of a tourist kind of a thing, and they won't be often at our hotel. But like you, right? So you just came here to just drink a coffee or something like
I
that.
want to get out of the airport.
Yeah. So that's why we are, our job is to interest you and what's in Poland. So maybe you're gonna come here for a longer time for vacation or something, and you're gonna see what wonderful we have here in Poland.
Well, it's this must also be like a conference meeting point for people, right?
Yes.
So
It's also
We have, on the first floor, we have one big ballroom hall, which is almost 400 square meters. So it's a very, very big space for organizing conferences. And also on the left wing, I may say, on the left corridor, we have 7 small conference rooms. where we can actually hold a big events. So that's why we are very well prepared for organizing conferences, and with our room capacity, we can also have a sleepover for lots of people. So actually, we are able to organize a big event or conference just at the airport. So this is location is perfect for people who are traveling and they need to have their time to come here and just do what they need to do. And
First of all, it's very convenient,
yeah,
right?
very
64
convenient.
steps convenient.
Yeah.
To be exact, right? And like even in my work in racing, I've conducted numerous meeting points and contracts and things like that at your partner next door here over the years. So it is a regular point, and it's easy because people fly in. I've flown in and flown out within a few hours the same way, just to come from Sweden or wherever I've been. So it's really handy like that. And if I look at this trip today, do you guys also offer day rooms, or somewhere you can just come sleep for a few hours or freshen up? Is that an option for people that have just done, like, if we just flew from New York to here, and perhaps we had to go for a meeting at some point, where could we freshen up? I mean, is that something you could go pay for an hour and take a room and just put your head down for an hour, or just take a shower? Is that something that could be a possibility?
I think everything is possible as long as it comes to the price. So
We have a
of
big-
course,
of course,
it always does.
We have a big pillows over that, so
Well,
that's kind of a choice.
And I saw there's a curtain.
Yeah.
Does the curtain come all the way around?
Yeah.
Can you guys be quiet over there?
You can
Okay.
hide it, yeah. But don't ask me where you can brush your teeth, because
No, well, you see when we come in like this.
yeah.
But it's really interesting because it's, I've had various experiences over the years, fortunately, with things that I do. I get to travel a lot. So there's been airports where sometimes they have these day rooms that you can rent. And it all comes down to money, of course. That's part of the job. That's part of the travel and everything. So we try to do the best that we can and make it work. But it's it's all cool. It's a great experience for anybody if you can go to rent a room and take a shower, brush your teeth, freshen up, so when you run out to your meeting, you're feeling at least halfway decent.
Yeah.
So, but that's cool. It is an option if you wanted to have a room for a day, half a day or something. You could. It would be a day price.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. But there's always a possibility to, of course, if we are available, right?
Yeah,
if we are not booked totally. But there's
imagine
always going to be one room available. I hope so, for anybody who needs it.
That'd be fantastic. So it's learning about all this, and I'm always like the kind of guy who's looking for something new and trying to find some place that I can feel comfortable in. When you walk in here, it's like it doesn't matter where you go. You feel like I want to sit over there, or I want to sit over there. And
because every place here, especially when I will take you to tour around, because it's like it's different when you heard about something and then when you see it. Actually, the Gems Architecture, they were the designers and the architects who were who designed actually this hotel. And this hotel is actually it involves like history of Polish during the 60s and 30s, and that's why all the bookshelves, all the colors, all the gold finishings, gold details. They are actually very. They are very sorry. They are very similar to the Polish architecture during those times. So, and especially when we'll go to the restaurant part, the floor, which you will see, there are small black and white tiles, and it used to be in the old Polish homes. On the staircase. So those are the things that are very, very similar to. Those are the details which very are eye-catching. So you can see that when we will go to the tour, and I'll show you.
I noticed that even in the bathrooms and in the toilets too, the gold sinks. And I said to Stefan when I came out, I'm like, you have to check out the bathroom. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa! And you got to find the door handles, or like they're unique.
Yeah.
And you find it. Everything is got it's got an interesting touch.
Yeah, everything here was designed, not by a coincidence, right? Everything here has its I think original meaning, right? So even kind of a soap, and when you can find it, everything.
Those finishing, those touches, the last touches
Yeah.
that are shown here, the details. The devil is in the details, they say.
Yeah, right.
And you can really see this in the architecture of this whole building, and it's really. It's somebody really think this through. It's not just like coincidence. Every book is on the right place. Every lamp is on the right place. Every plant is carefully prepared. I mean, all the details are very, very well thought through, and nothing is here by coincidence. So
You
unless
feel
somebody's taking it,
We've been here for a while, so we have just
but
moved something.
for instance, the sculptures also are in every corner. So we have lots of
we
those
just
places.
we just wanted we just wanted to feel you like in home, right? Because most of the people just come here and they are travelers like you, right? You travel a lot in a year, and it's like a second home, right?
Sure, exactly.
Something like this.
You
So
feel-
we just wanted to make you comfortable.
I tell you what you just said there. What I was going to say myself is that you feel like you're walking into somebody's lounge or living room, and you just like you're sitting there in the coffee table books, and you're looking around. I could see myself sitting here drinking a cup of coffee or have a glass of wine or whatever you want to do, or whiskey sour, or whatever, and looking over at the bookshelf and going, oh, that's interesting, and you would go grab it, and then you might. The time would pass by so nice, So whatever it is, if you're in a rush, you can make a quick one, and you can have something to eat, or stay a night or two, and really
have
take
an
in the whole
extraordinary
experience.
experience.
And hear and see.
And still, it's not so stiff as you can see it in the other hotels that are very, very like. You can feel really, really relaxed here because of the people, because of the interior design, because of the atmosphere, which here is really, really nice, and it's. I can tell it from my perspective. I feel actually when I'm working here, I feel like everybody is like very confident around themselves, and they are very they can be themselves like very easily. So we are not like we feel like we are a family. We are a big family, especially while we were building this hotel. So
That's probably what we felt when we walked into the garden.
Yeah, pretty much. And I have to say, through this whole little journey that we kind of explained that we've just done, we've met like probably four interesting people, and from the beginning to where we are now, on the end of our little trip here. But each person, from the president of the airport, his passion for the airport, and his passion, of course, obviously it's his job, it's your jobs too, but you obviously like what you do. So his passion for the whole process that we put together started with that guy, and he spoke so highly of the area and the airport and the airline. And then we got, as well as his staff, but then we got to the US. We visited the consulate, and everybody in there was so informing about the cultures of Poland. So what you're just saying here, you're kind of reiterating everything is about, you want people to come to Poland, and you want to see Poland, come here and check out what we have. So it's super passionate. And then we met a very interesting guy from the UK who lives and works on Wall Street. He was recommended by a friend, so he wanted to know why we were there. I'd never met him before. I only had contact because you have to meet this guy. So we did that, spent a couple hours with him and had a drink, and was like, this guy's amazing. We didn't even know him, but we feel like we've known him for 20 years now. And then one of the flight attendants on the flight was the most amazing spokesperson for LOT Polish Airlines, much like you, Patrick, were for Renaissance Hotel when we walked in the door. And it's like this guy, we asked the same question, would you be happy to do a podcast with us? And he did it mid-flight at so many thousand feet up there on the new Dreamliner. And he was like, most of the people were all kind of nervous and unsure. And he was like, yeah, I'll do it. And he stood up there. He was ready to make sure we were positioned in the right place. The lighting was in the right place. So we did his own video, which is on our YouTube channel too. And we turned the mic on, and he just did what you guys just did. And we were like, this is unreal. People really love what they do. And they're really passionate. They obviously like their job, which is a good thing. You get tired of going to the same place every day. But this guy had been flying for a lot of years. 12 years, I think he had been flying. and went to work for Lot because he wanted to fly long haul, and he's like, I love this.
Yeah.
He gets more time to speak with people, work with people, and you guys are credits to what you do. It's really cool. I'm the same in my motorcycle racing. You know, I like to meet new people. I'm friends with all my competitors until you put your helmet on. You know, and then it's nothing until the race is over, and then you know, we spend a lot of time together. So why not enjoy the experience and learn something about it? Same with you.
Yeah, I think it's so cool when you walk around and you meet all these cool people. If you just start talking, I mean, if you just say hi, and then you met some really cool people that have this cool experience, cool stories.
Yeah. Hey, it's gonna open up a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Don't go with the tunnel vision, you know. You gotta open everything up.
Open up.
Yes, you know, and when we are here working at the hotel, it's just, you know, one of our job to you know, make you feel open, right? Because this is what we have to do. You have to open to us, and there's no other way.
That's true.
You have to.
And
You
the
just have
first,
to.
and your first impression is by picking a guest that walks in. You can tell right away. That I don't want to give too much. I'm here for you if you want something, and go away. And then it's up to them whether they want to.
Yeah, but no, the first of all is to not judge at the first look, right? Because you never know who is over there, and maybe this is kind of a person that, you know, he's shy and he doesn't want to speak a lot. You have to know things.
Yeah.
You have to talk with them a little bit to know.
Don't judge a
Kind
book by
of,
the cover.
Yeah.
Have the tentacles out there.
Yeah, that's right. Huh? Yeah, for sure. Well, you know, we could probably sit here and talk with you guys all day long.
Yeah.
And but you guys have got stuff to do, and you've just provided us with something really good to eat too. So we're gonna dig into that.
Yeah,
But
okay.
Patrick, you're fantastic. You're great. I think Sonia knows that already, but you sold us when we walked in the door, and then meeting Sonia too, and what a great atmosphere you guys have created here. And we thank you for letting us have this interview, and we will be back to the Renaissance Warsaw.
You have to.
Can you tell us
Like
what's
properly come here, sleep over, have a few days, as long as you have like time, but just fully explore the hotel. I really appreciate it.
You gotta be careful what you're saying now. You're like, dude, you can go home now. Can you tell us what's the best way to find you guys on social media?
We are actually on the Instagram. We are on Facebook, Ren Warsaw Hotel. We have our own website, Marriott website. So every possible ways we are on the internet, on Twitter, on LinkedIn as well.
On LinkedIn as well.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I'll find you there.
Mm-hmm.
So Ren Warsaw. So it's for the profile for Instagram and also for Facebook. So we will be back, guaranteed. And we're back here in a week anyway for a Grand Prix. In Warsaw. So I'm bummed that this hotel wasn't open when we were booking our room, so we're somewhere else. But there might be a night that has to change.
But still, you are here.
Yeah, we are here, and I'll have to stop here on the way, and then on the way in, on the way out. So I will do that for sure. Yeah.
I hope so.
And of course, we're gonna welcome you as we usually do.
As we usually do, exactly.
Fantastic. We will be back.
Exactly.
So.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your
meals.
Thank you guys too. Have a great day, and we look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah.
By the way, they are eating dumplings with the crayfish. So
yeah, we were told they were supposed to be really, really good. So we're looking forward.
They
to
are
trying
really
it.
good. So come visit and eat.
Check out our podcast next week when we do the food review from the Renaissance.
And every week.
You
Come here
can
every
see
week.
this is just flowing. We're gonna have a weekly schedule here.
So we have to think how we're gonna change every week the menu.
Oh, it's our chef's problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. We welcome new challenges. Let's go
Yes,
for
this
it.
is the new challenge for our chef. He's all open for
Yeah.
challenges, and his food is really great.
Yeah,
It's the best. Yes, I'm the best example of it.
I was going to say my palate and my stomach are ready for the challenge.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's
yeah.
good.
You just definitely. We are not stopping you with the food.
Perfect.
Okay.
We'll see you soon.
Okay.
Thanks
we'll
again,
see
you guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Absolutely. Have a great day. And
You too.
check out the Renaissance Warsaw Hotel.
See you.
See you next time.
Welcome to Real 45 with Stefan and Greg Hancock. We vibe out and have real talk, so tune in and check this out. Yeah, today is a new day. Let's seize it now and get hype. We talking about our careers, our family, and just life. Yeah, share my story with you. Inspiration like every day. Real 45, we gon' keep it live. I keep episodes on replay. Ayy, Real 45. Yeah, Real 45. Show them how we do it, man. Yeah.